Why did the new guy bring salsa to the Latin Mass? Because he heard it was a low Mass, and he wanted to spice things up. Welcome back to Shepherd Strong. My name's Ben, your Catholic health coach and personal trainer. Yes, life coach, right? Because I'm teaching you all the things. I help forge strong Catholic men in faith, family, and fitness. And today we're going to be tackling a pretty good question that I was asked the other day. How difficult would it be for someone who has never been to a traditional Latin Mass to follow along? So let's talk about it, whether you're curious, hesitant, or just ready to dive in head first. I've got your back, so let's break it down. Before that, though, I want to bring up this really cool book, The Princesses of Heaven by Fabiola Garza. Men, if you have daughters, this is a great book. My wife, she got this. It follows 6 stories of 6 different female saints that you can read to your daughters. The artist was actually a Disney artist. She's Catholic, and she decided to create a book with some saints, but in that Disney style. My oldest daughter, one of her favorite saints is Saint Joan of Arc, and she loves it. So if you haven't heard about this, I'll leave a link for it down in the description below so you can pick one up and start reading this to your daughters. Go grab one right now. So in order to answer this question, we have to actually ask another question and answer that one, right? What is the traditional Latin Mass? Or the extraordinary form is the way the Roman Rite was celebrated for thousands of years before the reform of Vatican II. It's reverent, it's quiet, and it's beautiful. And yes, also in Latin, that alone can be intimidating for a lot of people. But remember, you're not there to be entertained. You go to Mass to worship God. And it's totally okay to feel lost at first. I can tell you so many times, I still get lost. Still a learning process, even for me. But I've grown to really enjoy it. I don't think I can go back to another Mass, a Novus Ordo. I will if I have to, right? But I'm a Latin Mass kind of guy, and I love it. At first, you're definitely going to feel lost. One, the priest doesn't even face you. The priest faces the altar, so he has his back towards you. And there's a lot of silence, which if you've seen my other videos, you know it's not a bad thing. If you haven't looked at my video on how to defeat lust, go check that one out. One of the 5 cores to help you defeat lust is silence. Go check out that video after this one. But getting back to the Mass, it's silent. You might not know when to kneel or stand or respond, but that's okay. It's not about understanding every word. It's about being caught up in something bigger than yourself. A sort of heavenly mystery. The Mass is Christ's sacrifice made present. You're right there at Calvary with St. John and Mary. A lot of arguments I tend to get are like, why do you have to re-sacrifice Jesus over and over again every day, every time there's a Mass? That's not what we're doing at all. There's only been one sacrifice. It happened once. But that one sacrifice echoes through the thousands of years. It's the one sacrifice made present today. Because with God, there is no time. We're not re-sacrificing Jesus. It's the same sacrifice from 2,000 years ago. So let's jump into your first time expectations, right? How hard is it to follow? The way I can describe it is the first couple times even, it may feel like you're watching it from the outside. That's okay. That's not a bad thing. Think of it like this. So if you stepped into a Byzantine divine liturgy for the first time, you'd probably feel the same. 500 years after Jesus, you'd feel the same way. But the main thing is you would still know God is present. The Latin Mass is different, but it's not impossible. And you're not alone. 100% you're not alone. So many young people are starting to move over to the traditional Latin Mass, discovering it for the first time just like you. At least for your first few times, is to just go to observe. Don't worry about getting anything right. You're not there to perform or for a performance. That's not what it's about. You're there to pray. All you really have to do is kind of keep an eye out, look around you, see what the people are doing, and just follow them. Just follow along with people. You know, you don't have to have it perfect. I didn't. I for sure didn't. I know when my first couple of times I would go to the mass, my wife had already been going to the traditional Latin mass. Really, I didn't pay that much attention to the mass itself. I was more paying attention to people and my wife. How I told you in my previous video about how to be a strong Catholic man, my wife was the leader for some time. She was the one making sure the kids went to mass. I didn't care. So when I finally started going, I paid attention to what she was doing because she was leading. Whenever she stood up, I stood up. Whenever she kneeled, I kneeled. That's what I did, right? And that leads me into my next part is sit with someone that you know. If you know someone that is going to TLM, sit with them. That way you guys can do this together. If you don't have anyone that you know and you just want to try it for yourself, that's okay too. Just follow along with the people. And once you've been going, I'd say maybe even up to like a month or so, once you start, going and getting the feel for it, you want to follow along more closely, there are a few other things you could do. So this first one is going to be a little bit intimidating. Bear with me though. It is the Roman Catholic Daily Missal. I'm actually serving a lot of the time. So I'm an altar server. So really, it's hard for me to have this missal up there and following along with this when I have the altar server card that I have up there with the priest and with the other altar servers. So for me, it's harder to do this. I've been practicing the Latin myself with the altar cards and everything, and it's great. I've looked at this. I've read this. It goes through all the responses. You can follow along. That's one of the first things I would say. If you want to really get into the Mass, this would be a good thing. I'll leave a link for this down in the description as well. And if you don't want to get that, you can also just download an app. There's iMass, Laude. These show both Latin and English side by side, so you can follow along what's being said in Latin, and you can see the translation and be like, oh, that's where he says this in English, right? That's where I would go next, right? If you've already been attending, you've been kind of paying attention and listening to the Mass, again, the first couple times you're there to observe, then your next step is to follow along. Actually try to follow along either with this or with an app. Then you can actually start learning the different parts of the Mass. I would break them down because it is a little bit difficult to just go from the beginning to the end. I would break it down and learn section by section. And especially the easier ones, which are the ordinary parts that happen every Sunday. These are the Kyrie, the Gloria, the Credo. Once you know them, I promise you will feel more at home. And next, I would say stay in contact with people that do go to the TLM. So maybe you don't know anyone, but you know me. You know me now. I attend a traditional Latin Mass. That's all we go to, unless we're out of town and there's nothing else, right? We go to Novus Ordo. Find someone online that you really connect with and ask them questions. See if they have an answer for anything that you might be wondering about or curious about. The internet is such a great place to make different connections and friends and people that can relate to you. Myself, I've only been doing this for 3 years. I've only been a Catholic for 3 years. I don't have all of this knowledge. What I have is what I've learned so far. I'm not a million miles ahead of you. I'm only 3. Let me know if you have any questions. If I don't know, I will find the answer for you. Why even go to a Latin Mass, right? Is it really worth it? Like, why do I want to go to this thing that I have to relearn when I've been doing this other thing that feels good, it's valid, one thing. Or why fix something that's not broken? Why go through all the effort? Why learn Latin in the first place? It's a dead language. Why learn all the times when you need to kneel and stand? And why can't I just take communion in the hand? Why do I need someone to put it on my tongue? Let me tell you. Because the Latin Mass is a treasure. It roots us in tradition. It's the same Mass that saints like St. Padre Pio, St. Maximilian Kolbe, these saints attended these Masses, the same ones that you could be attending yourself right now. It's the way this timeline can all be preserved and be viewed every single day. It's like traveling back in time. Not only that, but it humbles you. You don't know everything. You're not at the center of it all. Christ is. I came from an apostolic Protestant church, and it was a concert every single Sunday, a 2.5 to 3 hour concert where we went, we clapped, we sang, we danced, we ran around the church, we spoke in tongues, which I don't even know what the heck that was. It was about us. It wasn't about Jesus. In Catholicism, in the traditional Latin Mass, it's the silence. That sense of like, whoa, what did I just get into? And why is it so freaking awesome? That is where God speaks to you. And when I say that I came from a Protestant church that sang and danced, there is still music. You'll start noticing the little gestures, the sacred music. It's not like a rock band. It's sacred music. The profound theology of it all, to be able to learn exactly what Jesus was trying to tell us. It's not flashy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not flashy, but it's deep. When you start attending regularly, maybe even bringing your family, the same way my wife did. She started attending regularly, taking the kids, and I started going too. It starts with you. You will grow stronger. If you're a man, you'll grow stronger as a man. If you're a woman, you'll grow stronger as a woman. As a Catholic. As a shepherd. Well, how hard is it really to attend the Latin Mass for the first time? I mean, it's different. It takes effort, for sure. But it's worth it. If you've been thinking about it, just go. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait to learn. Don't wait to look something up on YouTube. How do I do this at Latin? Just go. Just go. If this video helped you in any way, please don't forget to leave a like and hit that big subscribe button so you don't miss any more weekly videos from me. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section. I will reply to all of you. Any questions about the traditional Latin Mass, how you can start going and getting involved. And if you know someone that's been wanting to go to TLM, share this video with them. Don't forget to pick up your Princesses of Heaven book. It's great. It's colorful. It looks really good. The artist is a Disney artist. She did such a good job. Go get it right now. Link will be in the description below. And if you're already at that step where you've been going to the TLM for a couple weeks now, go grab yourself your daily Roman Catholic Missal. Follow along with this thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And here's to all of you. And let's say a quick prayer. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Why did the new guy bring... Why did the new guy bring... Oh, wait, what? Why did... Why... Are you laughing at me? Stop. No, it's actually pretty funny.